Oromo Liberation Army fighters who laid down arms a few months ago and signed a peace deal with the government are suffering. Details have been shared by an Ethiopian politician. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Three main news stories. First one is about Ola. Second one is from Tigray, where we're seeing unity for the return of IDPs in Tigray. Tigray government is joining the protests tomorrow. Government departments will close and the government employees will also join. Before these two news stories, I have an interesting piece of information for you. From the Middle East, where Iran-Israel war is ongoing. I did a video a few hours ago. I told you about Iranian missile attack on Israeli stock exchange market building in Tel Aviv. Ramat Gan is the name of the neighborhood. In the same area, Israeli diamond exchange market is also located. I did not know that Israel was the hub of diamond trade in the world. I tried to do some research. One of the viewers contacted me. He helped me a lot. What I learned is astonishing for me, I think. Israel does not produce any diamonds, but it is the hub of diamond trade across the world. It has modern machinery for cutting the diamonds. And Israel is heavily involved in Africa. This is what I want to share with you. That Israeli businessmen, several big names are involved in Africa. In most cases, they are operating through American, European companies. They are not directly extracting diamonds in Africa. In some cases, they are directly mining. So most of the mining companies in Africa extracting diamonds have connections with Israelis or Jews of Europe or America. And African diamonds are ending up in Tel Aviv, where Iran is conducting missile strike. Israeli businessmen like Dan Gertler, Leviv, Benstein, Mertz are involved in diamond trade, in extraction of diamonds, and then selling the diamonds through the market in Tel Aviv. This is how these countries are controlling African assets. I mean, where is African gold ending up? In markets in the Middle East. Where are African diamonds ending up? In Tel Aviv. Where is African iron ore ending up? There are so many other natural resources which are being extracted from Africa. Why? Because Africa does not have the advanced machinery to extract these resources and advanced machinery to process them. The Westerners, Middle Eastern countries, Americans, Chinese, they're extracting African precious resources, and African leaders are the beneficiaries. They're earning a lot. Their families, their close associates are earning, and they are prolonging their stay in power, but the people are suffering. Meanwhile, Iran is going to start talks with Germany, Britain, and France in Geneva tomorrow. Could there be meeting between Iranian and American officials too? There is talk of the possibility of such a meeting. We'll have to wait to see. US has not joined the war so far. Iran is saying that if US joins the war, Iran and Iranian groups who support Iran, other groups who support Iran, they'll block the flow of fuel, flow of oil from the Persian Gulf. Whether the oil is from Iran or other countries, no oil exports will be allowed to leave Persian Gulf. It means that Iran-backed groups will carry out attacks on fuel tankers, on the ships which transport fuel from the Middle East to other countries. That's a huge threat, by the way. There could be repercussions for Iran too, because Middle Eastern countries could team up against Iran. But this is what Iran is saying, that US must not join this war, otherwise Iran will exercise other options. Now, back to Ethiopia, viewers. Oromo Liberation Army fighters have been surrendering in recent months when Sani Nagasa and some other commanders, Shirabe, etc., laid down arms and signed peace deal with the government. But what happened to these fighters who surrendered? How many surrendered? Joar has shared some details. I think the details should be investigated. Though Johar's information is always against the government, and sometimes he shares unverified information because he wants to discredit the government. That is why he shares everything which is against the government. That is why government should clarify what is happening. Jawar says 1,752 Ola fighters surrendered. I think he's talking about recent surrender when Sani Nagasa laid down arms. 343 were charged with crimes and they were sentenced to different uh, punishments, 6 month, 6 year imprisonment, life imprisonment, etc. Only 51 got jobs. The remaining, around over 1,000, they were promised 90,000 birr one-time payment, which has not been given. Over 1,000 who completed their training at some rehabilitation camps, they have returned to their homes, they have joined their families, but they were not given the promised 90,000 one-time payment. So what are these Ola members doing now? Jawar says that some of them are involved in criminal activities. Others are trying to flee the country. Some are rejoining Ola. So this DDR is not working as it was planned. Promises are not being kept. And that questions future DDRs too. If this DDR is not properly implemented, in future no group will trust the government. ONLF also says the same, that the promises which the government made in 2018 were not kept. That ONLF was not given, its fighters were not integrated into security forces. TPLF is saying the same too, that Pretoria deal is not being implemented. Its people not returning. Political dialogue not starting. Territories not back under Tigray control. So deals are not being implemented. Not good. I think now the government should share details. How many Ola members are still without jobs? How many have been given 90,000 birr each? Lastly, Tigray government has joined the protests against protests for the return of IDPs. IDPs started their protests in Tigray yesterday, not just in Tigray, but in some countries too, in Europe, in America. They're protesting. They want the start of return of the people in Tigray who are from Humera Vulkai Sag. Around 1 million. Some people question this number. They say that 1 million is not the total population of Marabol Kayasag, and the number is inflated. So protest started in Tigray yesterday. Tigray government has joined the protest. Tomorrow on Friday, government offices will remain closed and government employees will join the protests. Tigray government, TPLF, political parties, civil society, IDPs, all are part of this campaign of protests. We're seeing unity in Tigray on this issue. But the other side is silent. Not a single word from the federal government about these protests. Will the federal government do something to ensure the return of IDPs before the start of rainy season, for the start of winter? No word. But Tigray is gradually putting pressure upon the federal government that federal government will have to listen to the demands of these people. If federal government does not show an interest, what will Tigray do? This is the question. Which cards does Tigray have to play against the federal government if federal government shows no interest in ensuring the return? This is the question. Thank you for watching.